This video demonstrates how to install new tubing to an ear mold. Ear mold tubing needs to be changed periodically. Daily wear and tear can result in stiffening of the tubing and cracks. Cracks in the tubing cause poor sound quality and hearing aid feedback or whistling. It is best practice to change ear mold tubing every 6 months. Before you begin retubing the ear mold, take note of the hearing aid and how the tubing and ear mold are oriented. It can be helpful to take a picture before starting for reference. Take note of which hearing aid belongs to the right and left ears. It is important to ensure the right ear mold is connected to the right hearing aid and the left ear mold is connected to the left hearing aid. The right hearing aid will have a red marker and the left hearing aid will have a blue marker. By retubing one ear mold at a time, you can avoid accidentally putting an ear mold on the wrong hearing aid. Remove the ear mold and tubing from the hearing aid ear hook. Hold the plastic ear hook tightly and twist the rubber tubing back and forth while pulling them apart. Remove the old tubing from the ear mold by pulling on the tubing while holding on to the ear mold. Install the new tubing to the ear mold. Thread the pointy part of the new tubing into the outside sound bore or sound hole of the ear mold as shown. Note that the part of tubing that will connect to the ear hook must be facing upward once it is pulled through and in the same orientation it will be on the ear. As you thread the new tubing into the ear mold, continue pulling on the pointy part of the tubing until the length of tubing on the outside of the ear mold points upward. Cut the excess tubing from the pointy side of the tubing so it is flush with the canal portion of the ear mold. Insert the new ear mold and new tubing into the ear. Place the hearing aid behind the ear. Using a felt tip pen, mark the point on the tubing where it overlaps the ear hook slightly. Cut the tubing using scissors at the point you marked. Install the re-tubed ear mold onto the hearing aid by pushing the tubing over the ear hook. When installed correctly, the canal portion of the ear mold should be facing toward the ear canal when the hearing aid is on the correct ear. Check the fit by putting the hearing aid in the ear. An appropriately cut tube will allow the hearing aid to sit comfortably behind the ear. If the tubing is too long, you may notice a gap between the top of the ear and the ear hook. If this happens, cut it a little bit shorter. If the tubing is too short, you may see the hearing aid pull toward the face. In the event the tubing was cut too short, the ear mold will need to be retubed. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to your local audiologist for help.